Otani in the hashtag.
Hey, yo, Critical Thoughts Podcast. Adam Neal, Rilla Crowley, episode 23. New footage for y'all. New resolution for y'all. I know we looking good out there. Hey, yo, shout out to the Facebook fam. Shout out to the YouTube fam. Like, subscribe, comment, share the video. Subscribe to the channel, please. Critical Thoughts. You could Google it. Follow us on Instagram, Critical Thoughts Podcast. We follow back. Follow us on Facebook, Adam Neal, Rilla Crowley. Follow back, we comment, we like your shit, man. Tell us what's up. Comment on the videos below. Tell us what y'all want to know. Tell us what y'all want to discuss. You know my man Adam Neal always got a hot take every episode. And this is episode 23. What's going on to everybody out there? What's going on, my boy?
Nothing, man. Tell everybody, follow back. Tell your girl swallow back.
Yeah, that's a fact. You hear my man?
That was filthy.
Yeah, my man. Yeah.
Filth coming at that.
You might get on a record now.
Snap. Oh, I got interludes for your record, man.
Hey, yo, man, shout
you
out
already
to everybody.
know some of the stuff I've been talking about. It's gonna sound crazy.
Hey, yo, we live on a Friday.
Please, my friend.
Watching this baseball.
I'd like to talk about Otani, bye.
What are the two teams playing, man?
Right now, there's it's MLB Network, so they're flipping through games. We got the Angels and the Orioles here. The Angels are so interesting because they got the Japanese Babe Ruth and Mike Trout on their team. Probably you can make a case that they have the two best players in baseball on the same team, and they're under 500, and they haven't made the playoffs in 10 years. They've been terrible. They figure out, I don't know what it is. And they got a couple of other guys who can hit. The pitching hasn't been bad this year, but they still can't win. It's a snake bit weird team. The Angels.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, they're weird. But yeah, Otani and Trout are fun to watch, so I watched them.
It's dope.
Otani's been unbelievable.
How long he's been playing in the league?
Otani, Japanese Babe. This is his 5th season. His rookie year, he was very good. He took the majors by storm with the pitching and hitting. He played the outfield.
Okay.
He was good as a rookie, been both solid. Then his second year, he wasn't doing as well. Then he got hurt. So he was hurt second year. Then year 3, he was still hurt. I think he had the Tommy John surgery. And that was the COVID year, so it was a short season anyway.
Right.
So he basically missed that whole year, right? But then last year, he came back and won AL MVP. Was 9-2 as a starter. Had a lot of no decisions, but was 9-2 with like a 3.20 ERA. And he hit 46 home runs and drove in 100 runs as a hitter. That's insane.
Yeah, shout out to him. That's impressive.
And in this year, he looks even better as a pitcher. He's 8-4 with like a 2.40 ERA. His strikeout innings is always very high. He's got 20 home runs now. He's hit 50-something RBIs, hitting 260-something. On base over 350. But recently, he's 8-4 with a 2.40 ERA as a pitcher. But in his last 5 starts, he's 5-0 with a .35 ERA. In his last 4 starts, he's 4-0 with a 0 ERA.
Jesus.
He's not giving up a run.
I don't even know what that means, and it sounds impressive.
That means he's shutting you out his last 4 starts. Gave up 0 runs in 4 starts. Didn't even give up 1 run.
It's impressive.
He's been spinning. He's been looking unbelievable on the mound. Unhittable.
What's his name?
Shohei Otani.
Shohei Otani.
Japanese.
Shout out to that boy.
About 27 years old now. He's unbelievable.
Hey, man. So we here on a Friday. We got a live. Y'all can keep up with us. It's July 8th.
There's a good fight tomorrow. Let me check the fight schedule.
Yeah, but I wanted to catch up with some of y'all because what I was thinking, too, off camera, I was thinking when we was about to do this podcast, like this episode today. Yeah. Now in the summertime where it's like, of course, sports still going. We are all sports podcast. So if cricket is playing, we might give y'all some cricket, man. But now we get to talk some more critical thoughts for y'all.
Yeah.
So we got some legendary episodes coming up. And we're going to start with this one, man. We got a lot of conversations we're going to talk about. And we can start with what we was talking about on the last episode.
Which is?
Egypt.
Okay.
Talking that Egypt talk.
I know you got something more to if that was on your mind. What else? What more?
Well, let's because we didn't really get to put it out there.
Okay. Oh, we didn't get okay.
Yeah, what
That's
was the
right, that's right.
foundation? Yeah.
That's right. We started over. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, what was the we was talking about the pyramids and how they were built
Oh yeah,
and the civilization
and the
and all
Sphinx.
that. And the Sphinx, yeah. But the main point of it was I think my brother Adam was talking about that it was built by like alien technology
Yeah.
and actually beings like us.
Which I think definitely happened because all those civilizations back then, the Sumerians, the Egyptians, the Phoenicians, their even the Mayans, all of their writings and scriptures and like their art showed alien beings. If you look at it, they're all like they drew like huge, just like non-human type of gods. Their gods look like alien gods, which makes sense.
But question, what does an alien god look like? Do we have a reference to say those beings were like them?
They were showing like the pictures of like huge people overstanding. Some of them are like normal sized people, and you could see that the ones that are shown as higher up and in some dress are like very big. They have different type of heads. They look majestic, and yeah, like I believe that probably we were created by another race,
another species.
Yeah, or some altered version of us, and they created us as a slave race. But then,
That's interesting.
But then we kind of got because they gave us certain. We have DNA and all that. We kind of advanced. We became a lot smarter and more. We what's the word I want to use?
More superior
we evolved,
than they thought.
We evolved.
You know what's crazy? You saying that
better than they thought.
Sorry to cut you off, and that's a great point. Especially to my belief because I'm not religious and I'm not an atheist or neither. But yeah, like I think we were created by something else, whatever you want to call it.
The Anunnaki.
Yeah, but to his point, I feel like even if I'm the creator that created these beings, we kind of surpassed what they even thought we was gonna do. Especially now that we in what we said a couple episodes back in what I like to call it the cyborg era. That we about to we're in the beginning of it.
Yeah, they're trying to alter us again. That's what these mRNA vaccines are setting us up for. That's why they're pushing these vaccines so hard. Taking the vaccine is setting you up for this, I believe. Like,
you know what's crazy, and this is kind of deep. Like I just thought about it in my head with this conversation, and I'm just throwing this out there. But can you imagine if it's possible, like these people that built us, put us here, and all that shit, and now that we get into that point that they might like known when they were taking that experiment, which is us, and being like, yo, let's see how far they get. And now that we gotten so far, it's kind of like
trying to take us out.
No. It's kind of like working in their favor because we might be like just like war plants. You know what I'm saying? Like we developed so much, like we just like we're like war bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like they might be letting us build so much so they can have us as some type of weapon for them.
Yeah, but they're also
like an army.
But what else is happening is that we're being kind of destroyed right now. So, you know what I mean? Like our society's being like de-evolved with the way things, with the narratives that they're pushing on society and all this stuff. We're being like retracted in some way.
How about this, man?
So
the ones that got the chance to even have these conversations with with those beings and who became the elitists that run this world, maybe they kind of like took that power and kind of said fuck them and just started doing their own thing and messed up like an original plan that we had type thing. Because it's like what they doing now, like they've created so much and so much division in between humanity. I don't think that was the goal from the beginning from these people that actually built us and had us building shit like pyramids and shit like that. I think the ones that got that right to kind of lead us and run this thing, which is like the elitists, I feel like they just started making their own decisions after a while. Like, we got this money, we got this plan, we got the secret codes. fuck them. We just gonna take over and do our own thing, which is actually causing us to fuck up.
Yeah,
and it's destroying us because we didn't stick to the original plan type.
Plus, they have access to all the knowledge, all the real knowledge, all the riches. So they're now using propaganda to control us in a way where we're totally subservient to them, and they can kind of like just get whatever they need from us and then go deal with the outer beings they try to summon, who may or may not be the overlords of this planet.
Right.
They may be dealing with a totally different entity right now. There might be a war in galaxy over this planet. Who knows what's going on?
Yeah.
There's so many theories that be going on.
And they letting us build up so they can use us one day for that shit. Like, you got niggas like, they probably looking at niggas like Elon Musk like, yeah, build some shit so you could go to Mars, nigga. Because we want you niggas to be this advanced, because by the time we take y'all back, y'all niggas got to be ready to move. And, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You never know. I don't know. This some Marvel shit, but, you know, you can never. And then me even saying that, I've always said, me being a movie buff, ideas don't come from nothing, bro.
No, yeah, of course.
So, and what I mean by that is, like, when you see certain things, certain beings and characters and movie and plots they created and stuff like the Matrix and shit like that, you got to think it came from some.
It's called predictive programming.
Ooh, you just said some. Talk about it.
Predictive programming. They put these things out to us basically to get us to prep us for what's coming in certain areas. And so then we also become desensitized to it because we've seen it before we do it. We see
kind of, and then if y'all don't quite understand exactly what he's saying, it's kind of like the cell phone. The cell phone helped the beginning of that. Like, all right, we're gonna take away the ability of something simple like memory. Before the cell phone, people knew people's phone numbers.
Yeah,
because we used a certain channel of our brain that could actually recall that shit and store it, and we could. It's like muscle memory. Mm-hmm. But with the phone, you having contacts and shit like that, and you just being able to go to a number, it took away that element that you used in your brain. Now you just kind of like brain dead in that channel.
Also,
because you like you're not using that, and then that is a trickle down effect because you start losing that ability from that channel. You don't recall certain things as quick. You don't remember things as quick because it's kind of like they usher in that and they spoon feeding you this.
They want your memory to be your natural human brain memory to be replaced by some kind of computer node.
Your abilities, period.
Yeah. And furthermore on that point, they also don't want you, when you have that phone, that same phone makes you interact with each other less.
Yeah. Like human contact.
Yeah.
And actually using that energy and that communication that we naturally. Yo, man, I don't know if y'all seen this. I think the movie's called Lucy or some shit like that. Like, I love that movie. It kind of shows, if you understand, like, it goes hand in hand with this conversation. Like, she was building herself and building, like, she was gaining more of the ability of that we naturally got as a being. But she was being, like, fed this shit by, like, I think it was like an injection or some shit she put on. But that shit was like, it's like a thing that makes you go deeper and deeper and deeper into the levels of your brain. So you open more channels and more channels. And by the end of the movie, like, she tapped into this thing that was so powerful and so strong that she, like, mastered the human being. You know what I'm saying? And she was able to teleport, shapeshift, and do the shit that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we see, like, these reptilians and these people that can shape, like, this shit is not coming out of nowhere. Maybe if you reach a certain level in your brain, you could do certain things.
Yeah.
If you open your pineal gland or certain things, you start. And then I believe strongly in that because I'm big on psychedelics.
We only use 15% of our brain.
15, I've heard it was 12.
Something like that.
And I remember, and then I remember, like, when I first started doing psychedelics and shit like that, I completely understood. I was like, oh, okay, like, if, like, these psychedelics is tapping into a certain channel in my brain, and I'm communicating different. Yeah. Like, I'm communicating with different shit. Like, I'm in, like, the energy language. Like,
I took acid. My brain was calculating everything 5 times the speed that I normally would.
Of course, because it enhances your senses.
I was like, everything was so fast. I felt like some kind, because I'm a very mathematical mind and stuff like that. I have a strong aptitude for math and numbers and all. So my thing was like, analytical. My thing was like times 5.
You know what's crazy? When I knew that shit was like a real thing, and if you just really like on some Buddhist shit, just sit there and kind of like try to master and channel and get chakras and shit like that. I took shrooms one day and I went to the Brooklyn Museum. When I went to the second floor, which I think is like the Egyptian like floor and shit, like where they got everything.
Yeah,
like they got, like the caskets and like the death scrolls and all that shit. Bro, when I went up to the death scrolls, I literally like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I was hearing it in my head. Like I was understanding what the page was said. Like what's said in the page, I was understanding it. Like just standing it.
Where the Dead Sea Scrolls, you
yeah, like I was like I don't know, like I was hearing it. Like it's weird. And I like seen like a geisha.
Yeah.
And she was like moving. Like bro, it was like it puts your senses in a certain part. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tap into the hallucination channel that you got in your brain and really like control it.
I see different electromagnetic waves and different frequency waves
because you tapped into the energy.
I was on mushrooms and movie theater, and the wall. You know how walls have like, I think now I notice why they have like, when you see like a marble wall, it has like, marble always has some certain pattern, and it's really in accordance with like tripping, because when you're tripping, those marble patterns, you start seeing like real things. Like when it's marble, it's just whatever. It's this pattern. But when you're tripping, you see like figures and visions and like you see like
that's where the
actual
abstract
things.
thing comes in.
Yeah,
you know when
like,
they be like
whoa.
abstract paintings, that goes back to my point. Like this has to come from something. The idea of you painting something that's abstract and only you can see it. That alone is something that you tapped into.
Yeah, you tapped
to a part of your brain that others is not tapped into. And then when you introduce it and explain what's going on in the pain, their mind is gonna process it and get to that understanding level that you have. You know, like
maybe,
that shit is
if
deep.
you're lucky.
No, maybe, yeah.
Depends on who the person is you're trying to
of
tell.
Course.
Yeah, if they have that type of flexible mind where they can kind of take in different thoughts, then yeah, they'll be able to do that. Most of these fools out here can't do that shit though.
I'll say 95%.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, but yeah, and I also think about the pyramids. Like I said, I think that it possibly could have been that they just made it. It was something that they had from their land, from their galaxy or whatever. Just something normal. That's not even a big deal for them. That pyramid, like for us, that's a big deal, but for them, that's nothing. And they just dropped it here and like, yo, this is to let y'all know we was here, and that you guys always remember when you see this that there's a stronger force out there. When you see this, that we are the ones who rule y'all.
Talking that talk.
That's what to me, something could be something like that also. Like they shit was already made. They just dropped that bitch right there. Like, yeah, hold that. This is how we do.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man.
Same
Yo,
thing
it
with
gets
the
deep,
Sphinx.
man. Yeah, like so we was talking about this, and I'm gonna say it on the pod, because we was talking about the pyramids and all that shit, and the technology behind it. And I was fortunate enough to go to Cairo and see it in person, and I was trying to tell my boy Adam, I was like, everything was cool. Like when I went, I seen all 9 of them, but the big 3. The biggest one, it was like when I touched the rocks, I was like, it was an amazing energy. Like you feel like powerful over there. But the Sphinx, which is what they call the protector of the pyramids, that shit had me tripping balls, bro. And at that time, I was tapped into what I'm tapped in now, but not at the level that I am now, because you grow.
So you just felt the energy of it.
I did. It was a negative energy I felt. It felt weird. It felt, and like I was telling you, I didn't know, it was 2 things for me. I didn't know if it was so negative that I was like taken back by it because I was reading the energy through my body, or that it was a new energy that I wasn't
used to.
or accustomed to, or I don't know about that. I didn't know how to handle it.
Could have been.
So, could have been one of the two.
Either one, yeah.
Yeah.
It probably was some negative energy for sure. How much of that it was that we don't know, but it definitely was some negative, some kind of energy that you didn't like, and you just naturally just kind of moved you away. Like you didn't. It wasn't like you had to think about it. It just kind of like did it. It was what it was, and you just naturally just did that because it was foreign and weird and not welcoming for you.
It's a fact. Yeah, it was weird, man. It was weird, but shout out to all the Egyptian people over there in Sharm el Sheikh and Cairo. I always tell people because I've traveled a lot, and I had an amazing experience over there. It was like the hospitality, the people was very kind, everybody was very like, what can we do for you? Where you want to go? It was like the guy, we stood in Cairo for 3 days, and our driver, he invited us to his home so his wife could cook.
Nice.
And that was amazing. We went to his house.
That's cool.
He sat down with his wife, introduced his kids. You know, it's like stuff like that you don't have to do. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. You just pick me up from the airport. But you know how I am too. Like I socialize. I give everybody positive energy the minute I meet.
Like, wow, this American cat.
Yeah, and like I was on shit. Like I was like telling them like
Americans are different.
like I was already wild, and I was like, yeah, 9/11. I was like,
because there's nobody like Americans. People don't realize. They talk about our culture, we're this, we're that, we're bad. They, all this new wokeness is talking about how bad America is. But Americans are a different breed. They're regular American people in a great way. People love us. Like we have a lot of joking around mixed with intelligence. Our culture is fun.
Pop culture, hip hop culture.
Yeah, we're very entertainment
White, black,
oriented.
Spanish, we got so many.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're very entertainment oriented, but we're knowledgeable. But we could be all types of different things. It's a country with different states, different. There's just so much thrown at Americans. Everything comes from here first, so we're like the ones who are like the most advanced with a lot of that stuff. In terms of just. Because Americans are bombarded with stuff that in other parts of the world they don't have that kind of. They don't have that. They don't have all these soap operas and these shows. These what are they called? Reality shows and sports and movies and this and that. Like we have all of that. They don't. But
it goes back to our conversation originally. All that shit is built to destroy where we from.
Yes, but at the same time, it makes us
at the same time. Yeah, but it makes us
have all that. They don't even never, you could trick, you could become some character for some movie. You could kind of have that vibe, and they'll be like, what the? They'll know nothing of that kind of vibe, and it's just so intriguing to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're very intrigued when we're overseas.
Like they believe, it's kind of crazy.
Especially cool Americans, like. Not just every run-of-the-mill Americans, but like the high-level dope Americans.
Like some Leonardo DiCaprio.
They're like, wow.
Like Adam Sandler.
I think us. Like other cats that,
Oh, yeah, even regular. Well, I can't say regulars, but people like us. Yeah.
Dope regular, like.
Sociable people that could be.
Funny people who are just ill,
Be like chameleons, man.
They're like, wow, these people are like, we're almost like aliens to them.
Ill niggas. Society.com niggas, man. That's a fact.
All over the world, they watch us to figure out what's cool. Think about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? America, what's cool right now? Oh, what are the Americans doing?
Now, I can't speak for Adam, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, just because we saying that, and I agree 100% with what you're saying, that doesn't mean that us being Americans, we don't look at other places and get inspiration.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Because it's like, as cool as like, you see how like Japanese and Chinese people look at Americans like, oh my God, the freedom, the coolness.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying everything. But I could take it to something small like fashion, because I'm into fashion crazy. The way Japanese look at us and shit like that is crazy, because people that's into the shit and know good shit, we idolize people like Nigo. We idolize the fashion brands that came out from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or even places like Paris and Italy. You know what I'm saying? Like their way of approaching clothes is something that we admire. know what I'm saying? And they look at us the same way, like, oh, they're so cool, they're trendsetters, you know what I'm saying?
But America's the first place in the world where they had like fashion cities, where it was like, we're building fashion. Most of these countries had their cultural fashions that they had, you know what I mean? Japanese had their Japanese fashion from their culture. But then once they saw that America just started all this other, it opened them up to be like, oh, we can do that kind of stuff too. All these other cities. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a fashion capital. Europe is always big in fashion and stuff like that. But then, like, think about it with comedy. Stuff like stand-up comedy. America's
yeah, that's something that we could definitely, like, with the fashion conversation is a little different, but sports, great one. Sports and stuff like
rap,
like, yo, bro, when it comes to entertainment, we got it over everybody. Like, we like I don't know, we probably started
movie. We did
that ass, yeah,
with Hollywood. I mean, they had other entertainment, but like the whole Hollywood thing,
the idea of anything that has to come through TV. Sonically with music, digital. Well, probably like Chinese got the digital, but
every country has
else,
rap now.
Yeah, but culture, like shit that is like moves the world and culture and inspires is us, bro.
Yeah,
I'm biased with that. It's us, that ass.
So yeah, that's why when you go overseas, like they're like, oh my god,
that's a yo.
Like, nobody's like them.
I just thought of some ill shit too. Where's the first? Oh no, actually that shit comes from Africa. But I mean, like, as far as artist wise or singer,
like art.
No, like music. Like where does that shit like?
Oh, it's before us.
Oh no, yeah. That's why I said that comes from Africa.
But
like
we expanded music. Like music was just cultural to all the countries.
No, music was just
all these different genres of music.
No. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is because I know this shit by heart. That like sound, there's different parts of the world that had sound.
Yeah,
Africa was one of the first ones because they had like percussion, which is the first sound. But then you got places like Europe in these places, or like these different countries that down to having their own instrument. Like, who's the country that plays like the bagpipe?
Scotland.
All right, like countries like that. They had their own sound, you know?
Yeah.
But America had, like, singers, like, music.
And we came...
Song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
we created genres of music.
Genres of music. Like, we could kind of say we created, not music, but...
rock and roll, rap, house.
Like, the artistry of music, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But the sound...
jazz.
Yeah, we didn't create sound.
No,
like,
we didn't create sound. We created genres of music.
Yeah, genres of music, yeah. I could stand on that. Because I know everything that comes sound and percussion, that shit started in Africa, and then it went down to Latin America.
But we're a young country. There's no way we started sound.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely not. They had that from 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But
like one of the first like sounds or type of rhythm it's a clave, which is called a clave. And that originated from Africa. I'm saying like that, and then it goes down to bells, the bongo congo, which was made from leather, that came from those places, and then once stuff like horns and shit got like created, that's when other countries started playing with shit and started creating their own instruments and shit like that. But yeah, man, that shit comes from a lineage of shit. But that shit is interesting. But yeah, with America, bro, we run culture, bro. We are the inspiration. America.
That's why everyone coming from all over the world comes here for that. People are into that. They come here for that. I mean, people still all this and that about America, but how many people come here from all over the world to try and live here? Like desperate to come here. People in Cuba risk their life to get here. Literally. On boats. So don't sleep on America.
But you know what's the other side of that shit? It's like, them niggas don't even know, though. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, right now, yeah. But honestly, it's probably still worse.
It always been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, we are the land of opportunity. But you gotta understand, like the riddle behind that, and the other side of that is like, if you know how the big people, like the elitists, run this shit, they have to be like that, because in the art of war, you'll be stupid and not get the most amount of soldiers that you could get to represent where you from. So in the competition, and the people that's looking at you, they're gonna look at you like you dominant, because the more people you have is the more controlling you look and the more powerful you look.
So what is that in terms of? What do you mean?
Because if we could accept people that's coming from different countries just to help us build more, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's only going to make us stronger and bigger than everybody. Because you will have somebody from Colombia, fucking Ukraine or whatever it is, come here, build a family here, and then the son or female that comes from that family that came from Ukraine but was born here,
they feed into American
is
culture.
American.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, we got one up now because we got somebody else from where you from
that's doing.
It's starting to teach the language here, which more people that's probably not even from where you from, like a nigga like me, could learn that language, and we got
this
way more up.
This is what makes the greatness. You just made me think of it. Okay, so now what happens is, like you said, the parents come from wherever, they come here, right? So the children that are born, right, and whatever gifted they are, right, what makes America even more greater is that now they're coming up in American culture, but with a different view of it, because they still have their family, which has traces of their roots from somewhere else. So now you're merging and you're mixing. You're taking the American culture from a slightly different view and discipline and adding with that. And that's where the greatness comes from, because now you've got American culture building with all these disciplines from different countries and viewpoints, but still molding into the American culture. So it kind of expands it. That's why it got so expansive and so.
Bro, the perfect example is a nigga like me. Both of my parents came from Colombia. They immigrants.
Yeah.
To this day, my parents don't speak full-blown English. And they're living in a country that's their first language is English.
Yeah.
So that alone, that's 1 point. 2, my first language is Spanish. I had to learn English.
Yeah, of course.
So now think about this. Now, at the age that I am, proud to be American, you got a nigga that is bilingual and is American.
Yeah.
That automatically, for the people that's running it, that's one up. Because we got an American now that learned a different language from maybe the opposition.
And you're 100% engulfed in American culture.
In American culture.
In whatever part of American culture you are, with a splash of South American, still Colombian viewpoint and discipline.
Yeah. That's like if I'm America and I got beef with Colombia, right?
Yeah.
Them niggas might be saying some shit that we don't understand. Then you got a person like me, it's like, look,
you
love America, right? Tell us what they saying. They don't have that because
we don't go there.
Exactly. So that's how we have that one up over them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's my point.
Yeah.
It's American, nigga. Strategically, it's foul, but
and then we have people, when we build certain things, we have it from different. So say we're building our military, we got some second generation Africans in our military, South Americans in our military, Europeans in our military, second generation Chinese in our military. So now that you have little pieces of all this and you're mixing it together, you understand? That's how it makes it like powerful.
And then you got to understand, the people in power, they know from different parts of the world what's what and who's who. You understand? Like, when you see somebody, damn, how can I make it easy?
That's why our sports
like Asia.
Is so strong.
All right. So you see, like in Asia, like people are not born tall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, for example, you get,
especially China.
Like, for example, those places like where Jokic is from and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, you get players like that, like long, lanky, like their beans that's from there are like
Slavic. They're from the Western Slavic.
When you get
countries.
Caribbean, they're fast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got a gumbo pot of all of that.
That's why the NBA is so crazy.
Exactly. Just like the NBA.
Get the best players from around the world, and they grow up playing basketball here. The culture is so crazy. So like all the top basketball with the basketball culture is here. So it's like
America helps you master the shit that you already have genetically.
yeah.
Because we got the education and the intelligence to learn what you are and help you maximize that.
Yeah.
It's like when a basketball players from like some nigga like Joel Embiid, some African nigga that been playing in fucking like sandals and shit like that, but just this nigga's 7-something, body's amazing. I'm saying like somebody like Jokic, nigga was just born like
Africans,
that.
Top Europeans.
Yeah, like them niggas just born like that. Now you bring them over here, yo, we gonna teach you, like say like you're already like Jokic. He's a tall, big nigga with a crazy IQ.
Yeah.
We gonna teach you how to master that IQ and master
And get
basketball.
you in your best physical shape.
Exactly. So then you will be the best of you.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Really, you could get there's nowhere else in the world you can get better physical shape than here. If you want to maximize your physical body, America's the place to do it. We have the best training for all that, the best physical fitness people for any of that. So if you have a talent of athletic talent, America's where to cultivate it by far. We have the best biochemists, like the best foods we get, and just the whole athletic culture.
But you know what's
so
crazy?
Intense here.
You know what's crazy though? Just American people, we genetically not built better than people around the world. Like if it's the ratio, people around the world are like your ancestors, like your pops and shit like that. Like them niggas got some genetically that Americans just are not born with.
Yeah, because I also have like the Slavic, Eastern European mixed with the Viking blood.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you like you have genetically
and the British
some Viking aggressiveness that a person from America is not gonna be born with.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, and this is deep. People from like different parts of the world, they have genetically in them like ancestry shit. You know what I'm saying? That like tribal shit.
In Africa,
in tribes. No, everywhere,
Europe,
bro.
South America,
parts of Europe, like a lot of
because they
like
still
those
more
places like
with the earth, with the
Pakistan and all them shit like that. Like when them niggas be fucking fighting goats and shit. Growing up in the ice, fighting bears and shit.
You mean Kazakhstan?
Yeah,
Those
Kazakhstan.
Slavics,
like places like
Slavics,
that. Them niggas is genetically born with a certain DNA.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying just because of where they from,
and
what they
they're
eat,
usually more in
what
touch
they breathe, what they eat,
with farmland and
that's
land.
what I'm saying. Like the way you're living.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like in America is like
you don't have to.
We don't have none of that.
Yeah,
like the only thing we have that we are and we're born with is shit that we talked about, like culture, entertainment, us being just like. Yeah. But we don't have like genetically like ancestral like
hunt bears to live like in certain places.
Like you know what I'm saying,
or shoot lions to
like
in certain you don't have to do. So those people who are doing that there still are like insane DNA, like just hardened. They're just rougher than we are.
Like don't you see like them super backed up niggas, like them bodybuilding niggas? A lot of them niggas is fucking white boys from like Russian country and shit like that. Yeah. Them niggas is under cold weather.
Yeah.
So they blood, heart pumping different, son.
Yeah, and they gotta
their
walk
testosterone
like 5 miles
is
to
different.
Get somewhere. Yeah.
Them niggas stamina, everything, their core strength
in
is
the
different.
Snow, in a up a mountain type of shit.
The life alone of just being a regular person over there is different, nigga. Yeah. So when them niggas start lifting with like the testosterone level, like the dopamine level, all that shit, they got it in a different level
and they
that
don't
we
have
can't even
food. Either like we do.
That's a huge point. I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah.
But from shit like that alone, like the processed food, them niggas is built different. They're just built different.
They're eating farm to table.
Yeah, like them niggas is killing.
Table.
Them niggas is killing their steaks, putting it on a fucking wood, cleaning it,
dead
and frying
cows
it.
in the back. We got a processing.
Them niggas eating bison for breakfast.
Yeah, they got a processing plant and some bullshit out here.
They double being it in the morning.
They got a
bison for breakfast.
A bison in like in the backyard that they get.
They ain't eating pigs.
And they got
puss in it. Nah, them niggas is not eating bacon. Them
right
niggas
from the goat's dick with the milk.
Right, that ass.
They're drinking out of the goat's ass, the milk straight out of the goat's ass. We're giving it to some processing plays and they're doing this and that. And it's been around sitting for a few days now, and they're mixing it with this to water it down because they got a lot of people to feed. When motherfuckers eating right out of goat's butt over there, and Europe somewhere, and that fucking milk is like, blah. You know what I'm saying? That shit is like
foul milk,
like just thick, and that shit'll make your whole like a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Foulness.
Like, we're here. We got the watered down version.
Yeah,
of this
nigga. We got dirty water.
You know what I'm saying? They biting the chickens' heads
not
off and
dirty
eating that
water
shit.
because the water's dirty and we gotta drink out of the river and the river's dirty. No, we got literally filtration camps that take out water and we're purposely fucking it up.
Like,
that's what's happening in Flint, Michigan right now.
Yeah, they're drinking right out of the lake over
Like the water that's coming out the sink is brown, bro.
Yeah.
And this is water that's coming through pipes. It ain't coming through like the river or some shit.
But the chicken we eat is some whatever,
Foul.
you know, this and that. They're killing the chicken at an hour before they eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Foul.
It's different. You know? There's no
So it's like, yeah,
in
like,
it in there and shit like
to
that.
my point. I fucking forgot, but it's like we don't got that.
They have a genetic advantage. Some of
You know
those
what I'm
people
saying?
that come over here.
Everybody from different parts of the world, not all countries,
better.
but they're genetically from back, man, from decades and centuries ago. They genetically got something in their bloodline that just us Americans here we will never have, because like our original culture and everything comes from everything else. You know what I'm saying? The original American man comes from something else. You know what I'm saying? And everything after that, Adam, he got German, he got this, he got that. Me, I got Colombian. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just we come from something else.
I think it's more, though, for me, I agree with the DNA
and
part,
the original American don't got
food.
nothing, nigga.
I think it's more the food, though. They're eating literally farm to table, and that's way better than
you know what's the genetics of the original
strong.
American, like,
farm to table,
tribal shit
strong.
that I'm talking about towards other countries?
Yeah.
Is a nigga from the South and a fucking Caucasian as a redneck from the same type of places.
Yeah.
Ignorant, slow, lazy. Don't give a fuck. Niggas eating chitlins. These niggas eating fucking possums. Same shit, just different fucking color, but it's the same shit.
Yeah.
That's
Deep
the
South.
American,
Yeah,
my nigga.
Deep South, yeah.
I'm gonna keep it official, my nigga. That's the American bloodline. That
Yeah.
lazy niggas. Because you know why? Because
not all of them are lazy, but I know what you're saying. There's a laziness to the culture. It's
the
bloodline,
just the American bloodline to me is that's what it is.
and a part of it too. I'll tell
It's
you,
just
part
like
of it,
killing
it's a welfare
shit.
system. Those countries don't have a welfare system. You don't
But
go
it's
get
even
right. You don't go
before
run
that.
No, but look here.
The original nigga and the original white
know.
man in America.
No,
That's
but
what I'm talking
here
about.
you can fucking not do anything all day. That's where the whole league. You can not do anything and you'll get money. Somebody will give you money. You'll have food. There, you don't have that. You got to go get fucking food if you want to eat.
But Adam,
There is
you're
no sitting
literally-
home and waiting for a check.
My brother, you're literally saying my point.
That's-
The
I just wanted to-
original American, that's that.
But that's how I'm
'Cause they
putting it
don't
together
have
for
to
you.
do-
But
No,
I'm
no, no,
actually
yeah.
putting that together for you.
That's
how
amazing.
That's actually
True.
happening.
And I'm going to say exactly what you said. They don't have to do nothing and still could survive.
They can't do that over there.
There's no other place
You could do that.
on planet Earth, nigga, that you could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you could fucking be a bum and 35
From the
years old and
original
never did
time,
nothing.
nigga, we done built laws, nigga, and all type of shit for shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I'm going back to. It's not
Yeah.
even a race thing. For the nigga, there's a version the same way that there's like that redneck, that hillbilly that you look at that's just like, I killed the deer, and it's like, I love bacon, and like them niggas. And then the ignorant
At least they're
nigga
killing deer and
that
getting
don't know
food.
shit, them niggas is
not
doing the
bad.
same type of hunting, eating everything from the fucking pig, don't give a damn
But that's
about
actually
knowledge.
what they're doing overseas too. I'm just talking about more people who don't do none of that, who don't hunt nothing. They don't
From
do
them-
shit.
But
They
that's
go
what
to
I'm
the
saying, from them
supermarket.
certain countries. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the part of Europe, which is like,
South America, you have to do that too.
No, yeah. Like, I'm about to get to that. Like, the Union and all that shit, like, those countries that we just mentioned, like Kazakhstan or
the
Kazakhstan
mountain,
and
the
shit like
old
that.
Soviet Union,
Them type of countries
mountain
and shit,
republics, I call them.
those certain parts of Europe,
and then
they
the,
got
the
that.
Slavics, the
We're
Western
not talking about
Slavics, the Eastern
motherfucking
Slavics.
Paris and French. Nah. Them niggas got that.
Yeah.
Then, like, if you go to South America,
Yeah.
you got your Brazil got that.
Got
I don't know too much about
all those other countries.
if Colombia has it.
Has
to
what?
a certain extent,
Has what?
like certain DNA or genetics that makes you a certain way. We might just get that from the ancestry of Brazil and uh them niggas that's like I forgot what country like initially started, and I think it's Brazil. Them niggas from the Amazon, like the South American, like them niggas that lived there, like literally could find shit like the ayahuasca niggas. Them niggas got a tea. Them niggas could go out at night with no flashlight and find you the herb.
And Peruvians over
But that's
there too.
North America.
No, Peru is in South America.
South America. All right, so yeah, bingo. Thank you. I appreciate you. I think Peru is one of those countries that have that genetic bloodline.
Peru,
and then if you go
Bolivia, Brazil,
and then it also exists in Asia. Like the niggas, like the fucking who's the nigga that killed all them niggas and shit?
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan from people from that time
Mongolia.
and the way them niggas was built.
Okay,
Mongolian
that's
niggas.
That's
right.
those Russian bear fighter dudes are
right, and that's the
too.
connection with Asia and them niggas and shit like that.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what I mean is like they come from a genetic thing. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, but not every single country, but it trickles down because there's the starter country that makes it trickle down back to Africa. So I mentioned that just to make the point, like you have that in Africa, you got that in Asia, you got that in South America, you got that in North America, got that in the Middle East, you got that in Europe, you got that in all the places on Earth. But America doesn't have that.
They don't.
But we got everything else that we said in the beginning, which is culture, the beginning of a lot of shit. But when it comes to just that warrior,
but you
that
know what?
genetic and bloodline of whatever it is, it could be ability, it could be IQ, it could be just natural strength. It
but
could
what
be
about the slaves who worked the land here for generations? The land in the South, all that the sugar, the cotton, all that farming.
But a lot of them niggas is descendants from Africa.
Yeah, but they were doing that here.
Yeah, but they weren't like born here though. Them niggas were slaves that came from somewhere else.
Yeah, but they could have been
the niggas that come after that, that's them niggas that's the original Alabama, Atlanta, people like Georgia.
Some of those people are now 6 generations from
yeah. Those people exist.
And they're still...
and those are Americans.
Yeah, but they have good bloodline, too.
But the bloodline is from niggas from Africa, though.
Deep down, yeah. But once you're 6 generations American, yeah, you might be 7th generation African, but 6 generations, to me, it's more like almost the American bloodline now. If you came from Africa in, let's say, 1790,
you know what?
Now it's 2020.
You all right. Because you know what? This certain nigga, like I met this one nigga, he's from like South Carolina or some shit like that. And his pops is like he's a farmer. That nigga's like 70, but he's like this. Yeah. He's like, man, like I've seen, like his dad's like 60 something. His grandfather, bro, that nigga's like 90 something. That nigga still walk. All that shit. And that nigga
they worked hard.
And he was during that time.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, the reason my son is like that is because it's kind of like what you said. It's like certain Americans still got that bloodline. Yeah. Them niggas from South Carolina, them niggas is just like still into farmland. Them niggas got callus in their hand. They live by certain principles, certain moralities. They're religious like the slaves were, like shit like that.
Scottie Pippen Jr. I've been telling you about him.
Yeah, he going crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, he's dumb nice.
Bro, that's my dude right there, bro.
They need to put my son Clay in, man.
25 in the draft. Look at LeBron over there watching. Scottie Pippen Jr., man. I was like, how did this dude not get drafted? Are you kidding me? I said that a couple podcasts. Like, I've been talking about him. Like, he's just not a big guy, but this guy is nice. Scottie Pippen Jr. And he's Scottie Pippen's son. How do you disrespect him like that? He was the SEC Player of the Year, and he's Scottie Pippen's son, and he didn't get drafted. Just off that alone, you're Scottie Pippen's son, and you won SEC Player of the Year. 2-time SEC, all SEC first team, and you don't get drafted?
Bro, maybe it's what you were saying the other day,
Scouts
nigga.
Suck?
No, nigga. You were saying a deeper point.
Oh, yeah.
You were saying these niggas is probably purposely holding these niggas out.
Yeah.
So they could draft them like that.
Oh, so they could sign with whoever.
So they could sign them.
Yeah, because
I'm saying, like, like just be undrafted.
Wherever, because being
we will use our pick legally. You know what I'm saying?
And then we'll get the league to make sure that certain guys don't get drafted so that we can sign them.
Yeah, nigga. them niggas might be fucked. I'll go to a different level.
I think the Lakers are
them
doing
motherfuckers,
a lot with the Lakers,
yo,
bro.
I'll go
Keep
to
the
a
Lakers
different
Summer
level
League
right
teams
now.
they've been having.
You gonna like this. There's a different level of it. Like Lakers staff owners, Jeannie Buss, who niggas she got hire niggas to pay the media, literally pay ESPN to be like, yo, don't broadcast Scottie Pippen Jr. too much, because I don't want other teams to be like, yo, hold on.
Well, this is the thing.
Now I mean, hold on.
We
might pick him. That nigga's eye. Like we see him doing everything that you saying, and they could pay them niggas to be like, yo, don't show none of that.
No, it's not even that, because the scouting of every team is so advanced. They all know about him. What they had to do was just kind of tell, like, either bring his stock down by saying he's too small. They can't not see his games. They see him play.
No, but I mean, like, if you don't got the media, people like Stephen A. Scott, like even talking about these people, like how they talk about shit and shit like that.
You, in college, these scouting teams, they know everybody in college basketball. So it can't be, has nothing to do with telling Stephen A. Smith, because he don't even talk about college sports. So none of them do. The scouting comps for each team is they got money in it. They've seen Scottie Pippen play probably all his games, or as many as they wanted to. The conspiracy's got to be something where they tell GMs, okay, so-and-so is going to end up with so-and-so. So they tell GMs certain players aren't going to be drafted in this draft. These guys are off limits. And that's probably done through the league, because the league is the one who's controlling which teams they want to get nice.
But who says that, though?
An executive from the league. And these GMs are also prepped from moving up in the corporate NBA to know that certain people, when they tell you something, this is what you got to do, and you know that. So when you become a GM, you already know the whole protocol of how, like, if so-and-so from the league office says this, then we know that, okay, well, nobody could draft Scottie Pippen Jr., nobody could draft this one, and they also do it by, like, kind of like lowering the scouting services.
Right,
whoever's
so
running the scouting services are telling these scouts, like, okay, we're not, this guy's too small, he doesn't do this well.
All right, so if you're saying the executives of the league, right?
League executives
are telling GMs that, right?
Yeah, like before draft, they'll give them every GM a list of guys that you can't draft.
All right, so that means that the executives are selecting certain teams?
Yes.
And they're telling, okay.
Yes.
And they're telling them, like, look, we're going to tell the rest of the league that, so he can end up being in your summer league squad or undrafted, so you could pick him up. So what they'll just do
is tell all the execs, don't draft this guy, right? No, they won't know what the plan is. They'll just know not to draft this guy. And then they'll have it hooked up. So as soon as the time is right, the team that they want will be the team to sign that player. Okay. And they'll prep that guy's agent, because that's where all the agents come in.
So you're saying it's like this, right?
Agents. So the agent is the one that does all the whatever for the player. So they already know who Scottie Pippen Jr.'s agent is. So the league office, when all that's done, they'll be the ones, okay, when it's time to sign, they'll notify his agent. You call so-and-so. You want your client, Scott, you call this and this, and then you'll have it like that. It'll already be pre-known through the agent, like, okay, so when draft's over, I'm looking for a team, but I already know that I got to call the Lakers assistant GM on June 5th, and when I call him, they're going to offer me a contract.
All right, so you saying they could be on some shit like this?
That's what they use the agents.
Hold on.
And all the executives
to simplify
to set all this shit up.
So to simplify, I'll give you three teams: the Lakers, the Warriors, and the Sixers. Right?
Okay.
I just pick random teams.
So the league office. Say
the Lakers.
Say the guy, these Scottie Pippen Jr. That they
hold on. Yeah, like I'm gonna give you players too.
All right.
So, all right. Who do you think gives the call to who? The executive to the team, or the team to the executive?
I think the executive from the league office contacts the agent. They also have certain agents to go while these guys are in college, right? Certain guys, they set it up in a way so where certain agents get linked onto certain players. So because all the contract stuff, the players don't do that. The agents do.
So you're saying the executive, like.
The agents and the
league executives are literally hand-picking where these players should go?
Yeah, and they do it through the agents. Okay.
But why would the league do that? To
make certain teams do good that they want to have in the limelight, like the Lakers. They got to figure out.
Okay, all right,
The Lakers,
all right.
hold on. Let me give you something. Let me break this down. The Lakers are screwed right now. They have old guys. Their salary cap's fucked up. They don't have draft picks like that from trades. How can we get the Lakers back in it if we want LeBron to win, right? Well, this is a way. We could take guys coming out of college who normally would probably be somewhere in the mid to late first round, slip them in the draft so they go undrafted, and then we'll connect. So we'll have so-and-so who slips in the draft. We'll have them sign with the Lakers Summer League team. Let's use the Lakers as an example. So we'll have Scottie Pippen Jr. and Kenny Lofton Jr. sign with the Lakers. So now the Lakers are really getting guys who'd be mid-first round picks as undrafted. And yeah, they'll make the team. If they do what they normally do, which is play well, they'll make the team. And then now you got young players out of nowhere. Usually undrafted free agents are not really going to make your team and not make a difference the first year. They most likely won't even make your roster. But if you screw around with certain guys in the draft and slip them, yeah, it's going to make a difference because now you're getting first-round picks on the low, guys that would be first-round picks without having first-round picks. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, Scottie Pippen Jr. probably, to me, normally would be a first-round pick, but because he slipped undrafted, now the team that signs him gets a first-round pick without having a first-round pick.
All right. I was going to say a different scenario, but since you put it like this, I'll put it like this. So you saying, like, the league sees somebody
that
the executives of the hold on, let me get to it. So the executive of the leagues, they're watching everything, of course. They got
From
their
college
scouts.
basketball,
yeah,
this
of course.
Is draft stuff.
Yeah, of course. Like they watch these players coming up. So, perfect example, Scottie Pippen Jr., right? So the league execs that program and run the league and shit like that, and they choose where it goes who really. They look at somebody like him, and then so they make a call to the agent, the GM, whoever it is, to all the teams and be like, don't draft this kid.
Yeah, I feel like the GMs know every year to look to the league for some information on like probably something more like, you're not going to draft.
No, let's cut it short. Like,
you're not going to draft these particular guys this year. And every team knows they'll be like, and each team will get a list of guys that they're told, okay, you're going to have whatever, because they know what draft positions they have. They'll be like, there's so many guys to draft from. So if they give each team 4 guys not to draft, they can handle it and still get somebody they want. So then they'll have
let's use that point
slip
too.
out of the draft.
No, so let's use that point. So they got 4 players, right?
Yeah, each team.
No. Hold on.
Each team will get about 4 or 5 players on a list not to draft that season. And set up. Go ahead. That's Scottie Pippen Jr. again.
But if that's the case, it has to be like that slip that all the teams get has to be the same 4 players then.
It could be different. It could be different for each team, but 1 player or 2 players. Let's say 7 players. They do 7 players. 2 or 3 of those players will be on everyone's list. Not all of them, but 2 or 3 will be on everyone's list. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's stick to Scottie Pippen Jr. So he'll be one of the players that will be on everybody's list and every team.
Yeah. Don't draft him.
So don't draft him. All right, so let's stick to that point.
And then there's probably certain teams where they know they wouldn't draft him. And he's just not that type of player, so maybe they wouldn't use that team. They'd use a couple different guys for that team, knowing that, like, they don't need a point guard, so they're not going to draft him anyway. You know what I mean? So you can mix it up like that to make it not seem so straightforward.
Yeah, but how about like if a team just does like some next shit, like the Knicks do and be like, yeah, we know we need a point guard, but you know what? We're gonna sign a center.
Well, and
that's the center that the executives really wanted to go to the Lakers.
Well, the league will somehow, if you do some shit like that, they'll screw you some other way for messing up what they're trying to do.
So why not simplify it and just send a mass list? Like, let's just cut it down short to make it easy. 4 players. 1 player, let's just say that. Scottie Pippen Jr., right? We send a mass email or whatever to the agents or the fucking teams, GMs.
The GMs of every
don't
team.
draft this. Yeah, the GM of 4 teams. Don't draft Scottie Pippen Jr., right?
Yeah, that's
because, like, to what you said, they know certain teams like the Lakers who they probably favor be like, all right, LeBron needs a point guard.
Yeah.
And say Scottie Pippen Jr. is a point guard. So they'll tell the Lakers, yo, this kid is nice. He could be a number 1 pick, and we want to give him to y'all.
They don't even have to do that. What they'll do, they don't even have to be. They can be very coy about it. What I'm telling you is, all they have to do is maybe one person in Lakers organization may know, there'll be somebody available for you that everyone has rated pretty high, but they'll drop him. He'll be available. We'll have your guy. We'll have his guy contact your guy. You understand? So then they'll get the memo over to once the draft's over and Scottie Pippen's all bummed out. I didn't get drafted. His agent will already be prepped. At the end of the draft, you're going to call so-and-so. All right? And arrange something with them.
Okay.
So his agent will know, all right, he'll play it off, but he'll know, like, don't worry. We're getting there's going to be a couple of phone calls after the draft. And we'll see what the best thing is. You're already knowing that it's probably going to be the Lakers or maybe another team that I'm calling them and it's right. Set up. And the agent's not going to tell the player. He's just going to be like, look, man, I got you signed with so-and-so summer team. And go from there. That's the whole thing with the agents. That's why they push the whole agent thing on these players. If I was a player, I wouldn't want an agent. I'd be doing all this shit myself. I could sign a contract. I don't need no fucking agent to sign no contract for me. I don't need agents for all this. Like, what are they doing? Like, I can figure out what team I want to go to. I play in the fucking league.
Right.
If I'm a free agent, I don't need you. But they use agents, and all these teams have executives, and then the players have agents, and those are the ones that put shit together. The executives from the teams and the agents from the player agents. And that's how they get so-and-so here and this one doing that, blah, blah, blah. And any other information that's kind of like under the radar type of shit, the agent relays it to the player.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they run all the sports like that. Sports would be so different if the players didn't have agents. I swear you would be like, people don't understand that. The sports would
basketball
actually be
always have like these agents.
Ever since I've been watching sports, all leagues have had
Larry
agents.
Bird had an agent.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was like that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was watching some shit like with Jordan, and his agent was the one that was getting like the Nike versus I think it was like Adidas. Some shit.
Yep.
He's the one that was like, "Yo, go with Nike."
Agents they've been controlling sports, bro. They control the players. I bet you, Kevin Durant, it was his business manager that told him to request for a trade. He was putting the bug in his ear. They won't say that, but I like what it makes no sense for Kevin Durant to even want to leave the Nets. It doesn't make any sense for him. Not because the Nets are so great. It's because of this. The Nets have talent. He went there on his own to build. It's in his best interest to play it out. But to get up and just dip and run away, it gives the fans an opening to fucking smash him. And he'd been getting smashed anyway, Durant. So you knew, Durant's just getting killed out there with this. This is not a good look for him amongst, like, the fans and his legacy and just how real fans talk about him. He's like he's like on people's shit list right now. And they won't give him I'm telling you, it don't matter what team they trade him to, he's not getting no full credit for no championship in no good team. Miami, Phoenix, there's teams from 1 seeds, and if he goes to one, they're gonna be like, no way, bro. That's not your chip.
Yeah, that's a fact. They gonna say that too. That's not your chip.
Yeah, that's not your chip. Right? That's what I'm saying. In Brooklyn, it's his chip. That's why it's like, bro, I think he's not that dumb. Like, bro, your chip is in Brooklyn. You win the chip in Brooklyn next year and the year after, whatever, if you get one, it's your chip. You won the chip because this is your team in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get it with him, and he's a guy who cares about legacy. Like, he talks about it. He tries to act like he don't care. Like, he's been trying to say recently like he don't care, but he does. He can't fool me. I know you care, bro. Stop it. That's why you be making them faces and getting all bent out of shape when people say shit, and then you go to your 33rd burner account. Come on, bro. You can talk all the shit you want, bro. We know. We know.
He goes to WandaVision and starts tweeting crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
He goes to Easy Money 78.
yeah.
Question mark.
Yeah. He goes to the Knicks sucks 255.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, then it's like he's arguing some 12-year-old kid and fucking who's playing Call of Duty.
Yeah. In Saratoga in the basement.
Yeah. Like he's
wild. He's like he's arguing with a blonde kid from Wichita.
Yeah. Who's
that's playing like 2K. That's literally playing him in 2K.
Yeah.
He's using him.
And he's beating him with like he made his own player himself.
Nah, not even
against him.
He's actually playing against Kevin Durant with Kevin Durant.
Oh.
He picked the nigga and he's going against the nigga.
Yeah, what do they call those customized players though?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, those customized.
Are you kidding me with this guy? Look at this guy, bro.
My players.
Bro, look at Scottie Pippen Jr., bro. I've been telling people, what the fuck you mean this guy didn't get drafted? Are you crazy, bro? Yo.
15 points, 3 rebounds, going crazy.
In Summer League, guys don't get, it's a shorter game. Everyone's playing. Everyone's trying to score. All these guys on his team are trying to make the league. They're trying to catch the eye of some GM. Maybe not the Lakers. Maybe these guys on the Lakers Summer League team, one of them signed with San Antonio or Detroit. You don't know. Because all the GMs are watching. And your Summer League guys are usually free agents or G League guys that other teams can poach. So these guys are all available to all the teams, really. Some of them have two-way contracts with the team they're playing on.
Yeah.
But most of them don't. So, and then obviously you have your first-round pick guys like Chet, who are obviously is going to be on the OKC next year and those type of guys. But, you know how, Summer League's a free-for-all. So everyone's trying, I've seen it where a guy was on somebody's Summer League team and then he signs with another team before the season.
Sheesh.
They need a player. That's it, yeah. Like, yeah, you look good in Summer League.
Yeah, that's a fact. And they pick him
They'll
up.
Try you. Yeah. Where's Jay Huff? I haven't seen Jay Huff in this game for the Lakers, bro.
Yeah, I've been using him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
My son, though.
He might be having the night off or something. Because I haven't seen Jay Huff at all. I've been looking for him. Lakers got Scottie Pippen and Jay Huff. They're both going to make the team. How about that?
My son Jay Huff, the truth.
He is, right?
Facts. He already better than Rudy Gobert.
He was playing in the Lakers G League team last year.
That's it, for real?
Yeah, he was averaging 16, 8, and 3.5 blocks.
I didn't know that.
Me neither. I didn't know that either. He was playing at University of Virginia the year before that, but he was on the Lakers G League team last year. And he had a good season. And now in the Summer League, he's even looking greater. I think he's working on his body. If he keeps getting stronger and more athletic, he just got to keep goony in the weight room, that guy. That's all he needs. It's more squats, more lifts, and just feeling like a strong physical dude to fill out. He could be a problem because he could jump. He's got good like hand-eye coordination in the air. He could shoot. He's 7'1". He could run a little bit. He could run pretty good.
Yeah, that's lit.
He's got a niche. He knows how to roll on the pick and roll, big man shit. Like he's
what happened?
He got poked in the eye. Scotty probing. Look at Scotty throwing the ill alley. Did you see that? Yo, Scotty Pip Jr., man. I was watching him at Vanderbilt. And me in college, like I always usually find one or two guys that I like want to watch all their games in college. Because I'm like, this guy's dope. What? I was like, yo, that was one dude I always want to watch. And I'm not big on the like sons of players because I feel like they have an advantage. Like I'm not really usually a fan of somebody junior. You know what I mean? It's like, whatever, I know. Daddy was in the league. But like this kid, I was like, yo, he didn't even look like Scottie Pippen. And I was like, he's kind of a small guard. Like Scottie was a 6'7" small forward, lanky. This kid's like 6'1". So he don't really, he's not imposing or anything like that, but he's good as fuck. His son at 6'1". Playing at Vanderbilt in SEC against all them good teams. And he was SEC Player of the Year. Playing against Alabama, Arkansas, LSU, Florida. It's good teams. Kentucky, Tennessee. Got good squads out there. Mississippi State, Texas A&M. There's good competition in the SEC, man. Those teams are good. Auburn. The league is loaded. So, Mizzou, good, all types of good squads. South Carolina, there's this SEC's got good basketball, and this guy was SEC Player of the Year. So, you always got to take notice of any team, any conference's Player of the Year. That's a big thing in college. I don't care about they say you're not a pro, that you're not have a pro game, all that bullshit. Your conference Player of the Year. That's big thing to me. I'll never sleep on no conference. Like, I think these conference Player of the Year guys are always underrated by the draft scouts and shit. I've seen a lot of them conference Player of the Year, but they're a second round pick or undrafted, and they start to get busy. So, always got a conference Player of the Year is a thing. Not team play, but through your conference. SEC Player of the Year, ACC Player of the Year, Big Ten Player of the Year. That's something. Pac-12 Player of the Year. Mountain West Player of the Year. Big East Player of the Year. Atlantic 10 Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Missouri Valley Player of the Year. West Coast Conference Player of the Year. All that good stuff. You know what I mean? Who's that? This guy in Phoenix looks familiar, too. I'm watching. Yeah, watching a little Summer League. Lakers, Phoenix. Scottie Pipp Jr. out there. A lot of offspring kids are doing well. Sharif O'Neal's on this team, too. Shaq O'Neal's son. Kenny Lofton Jr. is on Memphis. What a pickup by the Memphis, getting Kenny Lofton Jr. He's on Memphis's G League team. That's a nice pick. The rich are getting richer. Memphis already got a lot of good young players. I even like the kid they traded. They traded DeAnthony Melton, who was a nice young bench player they had, and for Danny Green, who's hurt. But the big pickup in that was David Roddy, the late first-round pick that Memphis got for DeAnthony Melton. I like him from Colorado State. He could ball. He could score. That was a good pick. And then they got Kenny Lofton Jr., undrafted. Memphis already got goons. And I was saying Memphis is a physical team. Remember I was saying about them last year? I was like, really, the reason they're doing good is not Ja. It's because they're a physical outfit, Memphis, bro. The Grizzlies. I was telling you, they're the most physical team in the league. They just added Kenny Lofton Jr. What? What the? Yeah, he's another dog. He's a physical dude, too, man. He plays bully ball, and he can shoot and got moves. Oh, my God. They just added him to a team with, they got Brandon Clark, Jaren Jackson Jr., Steven Adams. They're already physical in the front line. Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson. Steven Adams.
Grizzlies just got
Jaren Jackson,
with the
Brandon
big boy.
Clark, and even that big, stout physical guard, Desmond Bane.
How about my son Zebo?
Yeah, Kenny Lofton Jr. is like a little Zebo.
Facts. He's like a little DeMarcus Zebo.
Yeah, man. He's kind of like also has a little bit of what's the dude's name? Corliss Williamson. You can see even Charles Barkley kind of he's like a round mound of rebound himself. Kenny Lofton Jr. Like they used to call Charles. He's a big boy, but he's bouncy and he's got good feet for a 6'8", 280 guy. He's got real good feet, nimble, good touch. That's where his skill is. He's got the wide body with the good feet and the nice touch around the rim. And 15 feet, he's got good footwork. He can fade on you. He's left-handed, which is another thing that makes him good. Guys aren't used to guarding left-handed guys, so you always have that advantage. You're going instead of most you used to these guys. A lot of these guys just going right. This guy's going left.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. So right. You get stunned by that when you first start playing against him. Especially a big guy like that who could put on the floor. It's tough to handle. This guy, he's good. I liked him. Loved him. He was another guy, Louisiana Tech. I was watching him, man.
Who?
Kenny Lofton Jr.
Oh, Kenny Lofton.
His dad played Major League Baseball for the Indians and the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, he also played. His dad played college basketball in Arizona. Kenny Lofton. He was a good player too. Good athlete. Kenny Lofton was a good athlete, good baseball player. Fast. His dad was a base stealer. His dad was one of the best base stealers I've ever seen. His dad was a jackrabbit.
Baseball.
Good leadoff hitter, speed, base hits, stolen bases. Kenny Lofton was a problem. Problem in baseball. On those good Indians teams, and won a World Series with the Yankees. You know, and then you got Kenny Lofton Jr., Scottie Pippen Jr., Sharif O'Neal, all coming into the league, all undrafted free agents to these guys. How about that? All three of them are undrafted free agents. Here's Scottie Pippen Jr. with another steal and that underhand pass, bro. Son.
Nah, he's been, yo, bro, I've been you was a problem. He been a problem.
Bro, and that's what makes my top 50, top 100 in NBA, NFL every year so dynamic. Bro, I had Scottie Pippen Jr. as the number 22 overall prospect. This guy didn't even get drafted. So that means these other guys had him lower than I had him. That's what that means on their big boards.
Yo, have you ever heard of this young player called Henzel Emmanuel?
No. I know about Victor Wembanyama, though. We're about to do a show on him from France.
Got you right now. So
7'4", 18 years old, going to be the number 1 pick in the 2023 draft. How about that? Whoever your guy is, he's not going to be the number 1 pick.
Oh, nah. I'm not. But my guy's impressive. I want to show you.
I'm going to show you highlights of Victor Wembanyama after this. You're going to be like, what the Scottie Pipp Jr., look at him. He's sunning cats out there. He's a sun doula. Okay. That was dope. Oh, this guy's got the one-arm guy? Oh, shit. I seen him, bro. Oh, shit. Nah, bro. Oh, my. Yo.
He's different.
Yo, this is insane.
He's different.
Yo, bro. What the fuck? Nah.
Bro.
This guy's like Otani to me.
Bro.
Yo, fam.
And he's not like, oh, he has one arm, so he's doing these things. No.
Oh.
He is bugging with one arm. He ain't doing like, oh, we feel. Look, behind the back.
Yo, son.
He caught a steal.
What the fuck am I
caught a
watching
steal.
right now? Bro, what am I watching right now, bro? What's going on right now, bro?
Yo, bro. I
What's
had
this
to
guy's
mention
name?
my boy.
Say his name.
Henzel Emmanuel.
Oh, my
I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, YouTube world, but.
Nah, yo, this dude is. Forget about Victor Wembanyama.
Look,
I was
still.
just talking about. Forget that guy. This guy, dude. Oh my God. This dude's incredible, bro. What the fuck?
Euro step?
And he's talking shit.
Yeah.
Nah.
If I had one arm and I was doing putbacks.
Yo, look at this cat, bro. Get out of here.
Follow through game.
Get out of here. What the fuck?
Look at that. Blocking. Whoopsie.
Nah, bro. Nah. What
Speed,
the
control.
fuck? They keep showing that highlight. But nah, bro.
Ooh.
Nah. What? What the fuck is going on out here, son? Nah. Yo. Wow. Wait till you see this dude. I don't even want to give the spoiler alert on this cat. Say it. What's his name one more time? What? Henzel Emmanuel. Oh my God, bro. What the fuck is going on? Yo, oh my God. Nah, bro. Nah. Henzel Emmanuel.
Yes.
Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. What is it? Son.
This is crazy, bro. Look at your boy.
This is the species evolving.
Bro, look at this.
I don't kind of like the way he's kind of like doing that.
He has one arm, though.
Yeah, no, but you know, that's
Come
still
on, you
core
got to
sports,
give
but
yourself some type of confidence.
You do, but that's that.
You know
don't
niggas
you don't
talking
need that
crazy about him.
I bet you during the games, nobody's talking about him. I bet you they're like in awe of him, like I am.
Nah, but he's super humble, though.
Not really. He's really not. That's not humble.
Let's try
That was a
talk
little
in the
bit.
game.
Yeah, but that's not humble.
But you never know.
You're allowed to
but you
trash
never
talk,
know.
but don't say it's humble.
Yeah, but
It's
you
not
never
humble.
know.
Humble
No,
cats
I'm not
don't
saying
do that.
that's humble. I'm saying he's humble.
No, he
I
can't
heard
be because he's
'cause
not
I've
doing
seen
humble
Matt
stuff.
Bro, how do you know that the dude was not talking shit to him the
I
whole
don't
game
think
or some
so.
shit?
I doubt that. I've seen this. That's like the third time I've seen him do that.
Hey man,
That's it.
don't
It's
blame
not the first one. He keeps doing that. He's like making these alive. Listen,
all players got that.
listen. You don't
To a
have
certain
to be
extent,
humble.
all players got
There's
that.
there's no law about being humble. You don't have to be humble, but I can't say he's humble doing that. That's not humble. Because there's
That's
a
the
lot
court.
of cats that don't do that. They just go out and bust ass, and they don't do any of that. So he don't have to be humble. Look, he's amazing. Humble, that would be the last thing I would say, but he don't need that. It's not a prerequisite for basketball. But like him doing this and then this and all right, he's ridiculous though. Look, humble is like
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
That's
That's fucking crazy. Jokic is humble. You don't ever see Jokic doing some shit on somebody after he scores or nothing like that. Or like a guy like, what can I say? It's hard to figure these guys now. I'll say like
I think the only European player that I've ever seen to be like on some shit is Luka.
Dirk too. Dirk would kind of do a few things.
Yeah, but everybody loved Dirk. It's different.
I'm
Like
trying to
Dirk
think
was
of a
cool.
real
Like he
humble
was.
guy. Who's a fucking humble ass player? Who's Drew Holiday. That's humble.
Yeah, he's a humble dude.
You don't ever see any gyrations from him after anything. Everything is the same with him. There's no gyrations. There's an even keel. That's humble, which is not.
Bro, but the majority of
You don't have
players
to be
though got
Kobe.
that, bro. Like the majority.
LeBron's
like
not
I've seen
humble.
Steph
James
do
Harden's not humble.
I've seen LeBron do
Yeah,
it. I've seen Harden
not
do
humble.
it. I've seen.
That's not humble, and it's okay
I'm not
not to be
saying
humble.
that's humble.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not saying that.
Now it's okay to do that. He's fine,
Yeah, like
but he's not. He's just amazing. He's amazing.
nah, but I mean like him personally. Like I've seen interviews of the kid. Like he's a humble kid.
I
Like
don't go
he
with
comes from like,
interviews.
bro, he's talking instead of playing the game that you
Everyone's
see him in
acting,
court.
but in an
While
interview,
his
everybody's
energy's
putting-
up and they
everyone's
talking shit to each other.
everyone's
That's
putting-
different, bro.
No,
Like,
nobody was talking shit to him. He just did that to
bro,
do
like
that.
you're saying that, my nigga.
Because
like,
I've seen him. I'm seeing he does it constantly doing that. And that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All I'm saying is, I mean, there's 100 superlatives to give this kid. He's unbelievable.
There was a lot of
His
Larry was like
concentration.
that. Larry
Larry
was
Bird's not
mad
humble.
cool, man.
Not humble. Not
I'm
humble.
not saying that. Larry
Not
was
humble.
mad cool off camera. On the court, that nigga was one of the biggest trash talkers.
But I don't.
But
go
that's
by
in
all-
game, my
I know,
nigga.
but I
Like
don't
in
even-
game
I
is
don't
different.
Know
Like
any one
it,
of these guys.
like
You could just see personalities though. Like in an interview, no one's gonna be like crazy. Everyone's gonna be a toned down version of themselves in an interview. They understand there's a camera there. It's a different thing. In the non-interview, I want to see him just hanging out with no cameras. That's how you know if somebody's
nah,
humble or
yeah,
not.
like they did a show on his
I'm talking
YouTube
about
channel
no cameras, no
called
cameras.
Overtime.
No cameras though. Just
He's
his
just
regular
chilling, his
person.
man's the way he grew up at, his parents.
That's cameras though.
Him
There's
growing up with
but
the
there's
one arm
cameras
shit
there.
is like his mom's talking about it. Like he has a story behind him.
See, that's not. What is that?
That's
really-
ball, bro. That's ball, son. That's ball.
I know,
Like I've seen the best of
that's
him
not
be
humble.
like that.
No, that's fine, but that's not humble. That's all I said.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just
not humble on the court.
No,
Just say that. He's not.
but I can't see how not being humble on the court, but being humble in real life. And really, what does humble mean? Then I don't know what it means. What could it
He's just being a down to earth person. But when you in a court,
Of
like
course,
there's a lot
everyone
of
should be
people like
down-to-earth
that, like this,
person. What's
but
the
they're
point
not.
of not?
Nigga, like just like you said, everybody should be, but they're not.
I don't
There's a
know-
lot of basketball players that are not like
See,
that.
all I'm saying is
Especially
that I
him
don't know
being
hi-
for
I
who
don't-
he is.
even on an interview with a guy like this, I don't know who your character is until I meet you. Really, that's what I'm really gonna say. And that goes
Well,
with
if
anybody.
that's the case, well, if that's the case, you got to say it about the whole world.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
The
I don't know
majority
you-
of
I don't know you-
basketball players you have never met.
Exactly. So I don't know
So you're
what
just
their character is, but I
you're
know.
assuming.
But I know. But what
That's
I
all
see on the
assumption.
court is basically kind of who you are as a person.
You can't say that, bro.
Why not? Hey, you cannot
Can't
gonna
say
be
that.
somebody different.
You a
are-
sports nigga, my nigga.
and
like
I'm
when
an
you
extension
playing,
of myself
all right,
on the
when
on,
you
in the
playing-
field in the court.
when you playing on the field,
Uh-huh.
you dominating.
Yeah, and talking shit. I'm not a humble person, though.
No, but I'm not
I'm
saying
not the
that.
type of
When
person.
your adrenaline is like jumping, somebody don't even gotta be talking shit, but you just on some shit.
Yeah.
It happens. Does that mean that you're the same person off court?
No, but it means if I'm doing stuff like that I'm not really a humble person.
So what is he doing? He's playing basketball.
And I'm
just
telling
like
you,
sports,
I'm not saying that I'm humble, though. I'm telling you I'm not humble.
I'm not saying humble specifically. That's why I mentioned Larry Bird. You could be a certain person, bro. When you're not playing a sport, when your adrenaline is not going.
That's an extension of me, though.
But I'm not going to judge you just because I see you playing a certain way on a football court and be like, yo, this nigga's arrogant. Just because he's
arrogant on the court?
No, just because he's proud of himself of how he's playing. He's busting a nigga's ass. Like, I'm automatically going to be like, yo, my nigga, this nigga's probably mad cocky. Like, I can't do that.
People do that.
You're doing that. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying that he's cocky. I'm just saying he's not humble.
You're saying that,
but
by the way he
doesn't mean
plays.
He's cocky, though. He's just not humble, and that's all right. Humble is like humble is in your mind. Humble is real humble. Like that's something that's like you can't just be it sometimes. Like humble is this kind of a state of being where like it's hard for me to call somebody humble. Like most people aren't, and that's okay. But like the word humble, we want to say somebody's really humble.
So if it's a state of being, how can you be a super athlete and be humble?
You can. I've seen it. There's certain guys that Tim Duncan is like that.
True.
It's very rare trait. Very rare.
But you see what you're saying? I can show you clips of this, like even this funny ass shit that I seen with KG when he's talking about. Y'all niggas might not never see it, but Tim Duncan was one of the best trash talkers.
No, he wasn't. I saw the same thing. He didn't say he was one of the best. He said he did it in a humble way, though. He would just say like 2 words. That's humble.
Yeah.
Not all that blah, 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 blah. It's just like, yeah, good. You know, he'll say stuff like, nice try, buddy.
Yeah.
That's humble. That's trash talk, but that's a humble guy that just says, oh, you missed. Real in monotone, they just like, yeah. Oh, next time. That's like.
Or like.
And
that
then
clip
Garnett would talk trash to him, and he wouldn't even say anything. He would just ignore him.
He has a clip when he's talking to LeBron. I think it was like his last All-Star game and shit.
Yeah.
Just like, he was like, yo, in a few years, this is going to be a league.
But not right now.
Nah, he told him some shit like, but if you was here during my time, you wouldn't be playing like this. And then the nigga just tapped him.
Yeah, no, I seen that.
I'm saying, but it's like
Tim Duncan is just like.
But you can't judge nigga just off a clip or something.
No, I've seen Tim Duncan play and interview and all that stuff about him, the way he moves around. 20 years of it, it was always the same. He never.
That was a great person to mention. Yeah, Tim Duncan is super humble,
and that's a very hard thing to do.
Yeah, that's why I say.
That's why I say I'm not.
If
humble.
You're explaining it like that,
I'm not humble.
It's rare.
Yeah,
because you don't got a lot of.
Yeah,
like Giannis, I could say is like kind of humble because he's like. He's really like he don't talk too much.
Some new Giannis
like I've seen him like in action,
like, you know, like.
But then again, he's a young cat. He's getting to the money. He won a chip.
Humble's hard to get to. To me, if you change from a chip, then you're really not humble. I'm telling you.
But do you think he's actually changed though?
No,
like, you don't see him with like jewelry.
Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. But he talks. He boisterizes himself. You could see it. He's somewhat humble. But like I said, for me, humble's very rare. I don't want to. I want to see. You have to.
It's very rare to see a Tim Duncan. It's
like Drew Holiday is very humble to me. He doesn't have any kind of Drew. I've been watching Drew Holiday, and it's the same with him every time.
Nah, but Tim Duncan is a.
There's certain guys that like.
That's a great example.
Like it's hard with pro athletes. There's some. Yeah, it's just hard. It's like they're not meant to be that. So this kid is dope, but what? Oh, I wouldn't call that. Last thing I would say with watching him is humble. Like I just see at flashy, at super athletic. He's got personality.
Nah, but
showing personality, not humble.
But
he showed like he's
no. But I'm not saying just like off the court. Like from shit that I've seen, like he's a humble cat. Like compared to a lot of niggas I see coming up in high school nowadays talking shit. Like these niggas is just like, you know, like they good people, but these niggas talk wild shit like when they on the court. That's the way they are. You know what I'm saying? But he's more of a quiet cat, like to himself. Like even coming up, it was the whole thing with his arm. Niggas wouldn't even think he could play. So he's always, but like he said it too. He's like, now I'm to the point that I always got to prove myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm the dude
He
with
got
the
so
one
used
arm.
to doing that as a kid.
Yeah, so it's like, but it's like I can't help it just because I got tired of being that dude that didn't
And
get
check
picked.
this out.
Or niggas being like, yo, he got one arm. It's impossible for him to even
And
shoot the
check
ball.
this out, right? This shows the power of the human mind and the power of the human spirit. Like, this kid could have been told, like, oh, sports ain't for you, man. I got to go in the room. Let's just get it in a minute. Sports aren't for you. You could do other stuff, but, it's not really going to be easy for you to play sports. The kids have an advantage. He wasn't having any of that at all. And it shows that also when you lose something, when you don't have something like everyone else does, your other senses get strong. Did you see how he was able to catch? He has a stub, but he's able to use that to catch and control the way he did it. Like, he'll shoot a jump shot. He's using one arm, but he uses that as like a point of where he like bounces the ball and sets it up to shoot. The way he was pulling up like that, the way he handles one. Yo, that kid, I don't care if he's humble or not. It means nothing to me. That dude's unbelievable what he was doing out there. That was
just to do it with one arm is crazy, though.
What he was doing was unbelievable. What he was doing was unbelievable out there, bro. What the hell? Where's the fucking thing? Oh. There's another one in the drawer over there.
But that's amazing, man. To do shit like that with one arm.
That kid's crazy. Yeah, you're right. I was talking that Victor Wembanyama. Forget about that. Forget about Victor. This guy that he talked about is
impressive.
Forget about it, bro.
And he got game, too.
He's nice.
Got game.
He looks like a top 200 high school player coming out. Like, no joke. Like he's got like
I just really want to see if the league is going to accept him.
what?
I just really want to see if the league is going to accept him.
I want to see what college teams are recruiting him. He looks like a high school level player, right? He's a high school player?
Yeah. But right now, he should be like freshman in college soon. Really? Yeah, like by like next year, he should be a freshman in college. Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, he should be getting. I gotta look him up. I gotta see if somebody's recruiting that boy. Here.
I got it. I'm good.
Yeah, who's recruiting this dude, man? That's interesting. That's crazy.
Like,
That competition looked pretty good. That wasn't trash competition.
yeah, it's not. And I've seen him with like street ball and shit like that. Oh, I could put you on some. Oh, by the way, I'm not done. There's another nigga like this. He a white boy though, and he a shooter. This thing I'm playing, boy. But he's not on some like. He's not like on the level like this kid that you can see him going into like college and shit. He's just like nice street ball, but he's nice.
So you're the ill, bro. You are the illest cat.
I be watching niggas, bro.
One-arm basketball players.
Bro, I be
I got
watching
bored
niggas.
with two-arm basketball players. They're like, this
Bro.
two-arm basketball player shit, I've been
Trash.
seeing that. What's up with these one-arm cats? Like, the two, I
Nigga.
seen you. All right. How good really
This
are
is
you? You
street
have
ball.
two arms. You can't be that good. I got a one-arm cat. I got a cat that'll beat you with one hand. What you mean? You're like, yeah, right.
Look at my son.
Oh, shit.
Look at my son. Wet.
You're like, this dude can't fucking beat me. Yeah, one arm. You're going to beat me with
One arm
right?
Curry, nigga. Watch your mouth. And he's a shooter. What I told you before I played the video. White boy one arm, but he a shooter. He a part of the Crow Curry family.
He looks like an athletic cat, too.
Yeah.
It's all wet.
All wet.
Oh, Emmanuel showed up?
Yeah.
What is this? You got the charger? Oh, shit. Look at these cats. Are they...
Street ball.
Oh, he's going. He's got athletic cat, too, bro.
Yeah, bro. But he don't got a manual game, though. But son is nice.
I play ball out here. Where is this? Oh, look at this dude.
Throwing alleys. Very interesting, man.
What? They got 2 one-arm cats on the same team. They get killing. Who's this cat? It's light for him. Look at your man's hair, bro. He's lit. This dude.
Oh, no, they ain't opposite teams. Right?
Oh, they are? No, they're on the same team.
Oh, not yet. They on the same team because they both
Yeah.
was on defense just now. Okay. Look at my boy. My boy. Okay.
Bro,
okay.
bro.
Okay, look at my boy.
Yo, bro.
But the only reason I say like he a shooter is because, yo, he got a fucking
Got a Jimmy.
ratchet, son.
Yeah, he hit 5 shots in a row, and they all
His
went in
form
the same
is better,
way.
is better than Emmanuel's form.
Yeah. The shot went in the same way all 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't even touch the rim, bro. 5 straight
Wet,
threes that
I'm
didn't even
telling you.
touch the rim.
It's just Emmanuel just got more game.
He's
you know what I'm saying?
he's a little more athletic.
Yeah, that too.
But this kid's athletic too.
How's it?
But that dude's got he's
Just
explosive.
a shot. Look at
man.
that shot,
catch.
boy.
It goes in the same way every time.
Shot. Because you gotta think about it. Shooting, especially like that, all you have is a follow through. Like your follow through game gotta be sick.
Look at him getting to the rack though.
Yeah. Boy, nice, bro. Boy, nice.
These dudes are incredible with this one arm shit, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
These are the niggas I be watching, bro.
You see that little behind, bro?
Yeah.
It's 8 arms against 10 here, and they're still killing.
Bro, you going to hell.
Why? It's true. 8 arms against 10, and they're getting busy.
Getting busy.
You see that pass, bro? Is this serious right now? These guys are that good, these 2 dudes?
Yes, bro.
What on earth is going on, bro? Wow. We really are also in the age of a spiritual enlightenment. There's like an enlightenment for that. For having these kids, young cats that can do this, man? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, it makes you concentrate at a different level when you have that type of
Like it takes like how people say the 10,000 hours to master something.
it raises your senses up. It raises up all your other instincts and such. Yeah, these guys.
Crazy. Yeah, man, you got your one-arm hoopers out here, man.
Look at him getting that shot off like that, bro. What the fuck? This shit is crazy, bro. Bro. Yo, my God.
Motherfuckers getting busy for real.
These team of white boys are kind of good with these white boys.
Yeah.
This cat's good, too.
Now, I got to show you some dudes. There's some dudes out there that be bowling, bro. For real, for real.
Oh. This 5-man they got with the 2 one-arm dudes with half blonde dude and then these 2 white dudes, they're fucking ill, bro. This team. Yo.
These niggas nice. But, yo, I think we at the 2-hour mark, man.
That dude with the black kid with the half
Yeah,
blonde hair.
yeah. He's
dope.
nice. He's athletic.
His hair is dope, though.
He's next.
His hair is fucking
I got my boy Adam bugging on YouTube basketball. He don't know what he been
This is
missing out here.
insane, bro.
I got some shit to put him on to. But yo,
What?
on that
Did
note,
I just watch? These kids are
YouTube
incredible.
fam, like, subscribe.
You know what? I'm going to give you 2. They're both humble. Fuck it. Why not?
Hey, bro.
They're
That boy humble.
amazing.
And I've seen him talk shit too.
Yeah, but they're amazing.
Because he in the streets playing with these niggas that's trying to like, yo, fuck this nigga with the one. Man, he balling on these niggas.
They all got cut in the mouth. You see them
Come on
all
now.
doing that? They all got busted up and they all got
Yeah, bro.
lip jammies.
But yeah,
That kid's nice too.
yo, this is Critical Thoughts, episode 23. Your boy Rilla Crow, Adam Neal. Yes, sir. Yo, like, subscribe, share the video, comment, hit that notification bell. Shout out to the Facebook fam. Shout out to the YouTube fam. We in the building. We gonna hit y'all with episode 24 this weekend.
Ooh.
Might hit you with a back-to-back. You heard me?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Maybe we'll, yeah.
Yeah.
Boxing maybe?
Oh, yeah, some boxing tomorrow, right? Holla.